Hello, Gorringes are on view, this time for our sale on the 5th of June. Months are flying by, and we've had the bank holiday, so there's been a gap, and we're back with another 900 lots to offer you. And we're going to have a wander around and see what we've got. We started with this Tignaniello. Italian 2019, estimate 30 to 50. You said you used to drink a lot of that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's delicious.
Nice.
It's nice.
Good.
Yeah.
There's a
Yes, there's a few nice bottles in this sale.
Yeah, very good. Then you're signalling to the staff to be quieter. Thank you. Lots of Dom Perignon as well. Did you used to drink lots of that?
I did actually. In fact, I used to go to a tasting in London. So there we go.
There we go. Well, we're not offering a tasting here unless you buy. Like 12.55.
It's a little bit lower. Is that because it's really old?
Low on the shoulder. Well, this one is 1980, so I would think
okay.
the Angels. It's called the Angels Share when it evaporates off.
Oh, is it?
Yes, and people like to buy them for birthday years.
Okay.
As a present and all that sort of thing.
Very nice.
So there we go, more Dom Perignon. Another one here, 2012, more up to date. Maybe the Angels have had less of that one. Not going to get into it. It's a bit of palaver getting in there.
I
But,
like the picture.
so yes, that would be nice.
656.
If it were an original, that would be a George Gross worth lots and lots of money. But this is a copy of a work by him.
It's quite fun.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
a lot 656. It is ink and watercolour. We'll pick up on a few other pictures wandering around. I just keep seeing Dom Perignon.
Yes.
We've got
Loads
some
of it.
ports as well. We've got
Yep.
some clocks showing. Oh yeah, they're fun, aren't they? So this lot, 12.85. Here's something you don't see every day. This is all rye pottery. So we get the sort of parakeet. We get the lion and the unicorn.
That's really fun.
Rather fun,
Yes.
aren't they? And then two cats by Joan and David of Bethel Rye from 1980s. Very distinctive sort of looking cats, aren't they? I'm sure I've
Yes.
seen those before in postcards or something like that. So nice lot of rye pottery there. 150 to 200 pounds the estimate.
Nice.
Carrying on round. What have we got? We've got a blooming great eagle here. Look at that.
Yes, he's magnificent.
Bronze, after 1 years, a large bronze eagle, we say.
Yes,
Lot 1318. Quite nicely cast. I mean, on these later castings, what one is looking at is the quality of it and how fine the sort of feathering is and what have you. This one isn't bad at all. It's lot 1318, 400 to 600 pound estimate. Here's another sort of fairly modern bronze. And again, one looks at the quality of casting. One of the clues is things like toes, banana fingers and what have you, signs of it not being quite so crisp. And you know, that's a lot of bronze, it's big.
Yes.
If you stuck it in the garden and weathered, it would sort of disguise its flaws. But because of the fact that it's not brilliantly cast, we say 150 to 200 pounds.
Right,
So
okay.
it's a lot of bronze for your money.
Yes.
Showing here, this one's St. Cornell. Again, that's a lot of bronze for your money. 1325, Robert Burns. The estimate is 150 to 200. I'd hope it would go on a bit more, but again, it's just not quite as crisp as it would be if it were a sort of period one of circa sort of 1900 or earlier.
Yeah.
Often these are sort of Chinese made and what have you. But there we go, another bronze there. Coming back down, how about a Polynesian war club?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Lot 330. It's a re-offer, funnily enough, so the specialists have obviously looked at it and decided it's not overly special, but it'll be in at less money, better
Oh,
chance
we've
to
had
buy
these
it.
before. The lovely jug and the...
Yes, we have.
Basin
Sunderland
last time, wasn't it?
Lusterware. This is lot 1359. You get the jug with Success to the Fisherman,
Yeah.
a love poem, and the Great Australia clipper ship. Australia, and then together with the view of the Arm Bridge at Sunderland, and then various things going on inside. Nice paddle steamer there.
Yes.
Little bit rubbed,
Yes.
little bit worn.
Bit of a crack, yeah.
Yeah, bit of a crack as well. It's all going down. That's why the estimate's 40 to 60
Okay.
pounds.
Selection of wines there.
Selection of wines there.
And then these cars are quite fun. aren't
Brave
they?
Lucky Dip. Yeah, model motor cars. Reasonably well done together. Lot 333 by the looks of things. So we've got some Gucci bags. These are quality. This is lot 1348. Set of 24 of these.
Okay.
Continental porcelain. We look at the back, sort of pseudo Meissen type mark. The sort of Dresden area. Yeah, Dresden's what we said on the ticket, but they are hand painted, and the gilding's not bad. And there's lots of them. Estimate is what's it say? 500 to 700.
Right.
Five to £700. So we're taking those fairly seriously. Alongside it, 13.49, an accordion. We see quite a lot of these. It's always fun to get them out of the box without the whole thing. Yeah, I thought it would do that. Because I didn't plan this as usual. Yeah, accordions, usually or often by a chap called Wheatley, but this one is apparently unstamped. One of the important features is how many buttons they have, apparently. Does look like a Wheatley, but perhaps it's been sort of restored over the years. But there we go. That's and of course quite a tricky thing to master. I think there was a fashion for learning to play these a few years ago.
Handles are missing. Do you think?
He would have had straps, yeah.
Straps,
Leather
yes.
straps there to hold your keep it in your hands, so to speak. That's lot 13.49. Should you wish to take up the accordion, keep you quiet for 10 minutes. That's for sure. We've got some other pursuits. Other pursuits here. Lot 13.41. 2 box sets of Jacques bowling balls, or bowls really. They're not bowling balls. They're the bowls. There we go. In returned by Jacques, it says. With the jack, I think that is the jack, is it?
I don't.
The word for that ball, I think it is.
Yes.
So there you go. And look,
Very
radar
smart,
tested for uniformity, 5-year guarantee, etc., etc. There we go. Great fun there. So
2 lots of those.
more pursuits there. There's a sign football. We won't dwell on that because I don't think it's lost yet. Here's an interesting picture. Lot 683. It's an oil on canvas that's later on been stuck onto a piece of board.
Yes.
Showing there, not overly in an overly refined way.
No.
But he's rather interesting, isn't he? Because look, he's wearing medals. And
yes.
maybe you could work out which medals they are from the ribbons. He's got a sort of, has he got a H on his hat? He sort of looks a bit like a Chelsea pensioner.
Oh yes, okay.
But yeah, just sort of something nice like that, quite painterly. Lot 683, one for a bit of research perhaps. Round the corner, I always like bizarre fire extinguishers. And there's a bizarre fire extinguisher. By all means. Got George V moniker upon it. It's dated 1933. It says made AD 1933. And it's a Petrolex fire extinguisher. What a great looking thing, isn't it? That appears to be in lot 1390. I think you're getting the magic lantern with it as well, which has a kaleidoscopic slide. These are fun. Careful, you'll be hypnotised. Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. I don't think that one's working, but anyway, maybe there was another disc. Otherwise, some I just don't appreciate it.
Gosh, there is plenty of booths. What are these?
These look like tips of an aeroplane's propeller that have been turned into photograph frames.
That's a photo frame.
Well, yes, there's you put your picture in there, and there's the back of it.
Yep, okay.
And it appears to have lost its support, but that one hasn't. Look, there you go. So there's sorts of photograph frames, like 444.
That's fun.
That is
candelabra,
unusual,
yes.
isn't it? Yes. This is lot 449, an unusual ceramic lamp, very much in the sort of manner of the Judaica, I suppose. But
It's quite pretty.
more will be revealed. I'm sure Dan's researched it. But we've got a whole collection of assorted photographs in the sale. This one is by Robert Howlett, 1860s.
That's
Can I bring it down? How's that?
Yes, better. It's not great with the lights. Yes, that's much better. Gosh, he's a handsome fellow, isn't he?
Yeah, lot 685, relatively early photography, and various other lots sort of scattered throughout the sale from the same collection. A few cartoons showing one of these bone, sort of South Russian, Turkish, I think, 415 caskets with sort of inscribed decoration and what have you, plain interior. Be around about 1800 in date.
Plate with the fishes on.
Plate with the fishes on. This is a celadon, Chinese celadon glaze.
It's quite fun, isn't it?
It is quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's just simple but pleasing. Estimate 60 to 80. That's not 1380. We've got some pot lids as ever. We've got an empty Louis XIII decanter. When it's full, I think these are about £1,000 or more.
Well, they're quite popular empty, aren't they?
Well, we're always happy when they're empty. Some glass. How about this? 466. Jazzy, isn't it? You're making that noise, that means you don't like it.
No.
It says underneath, made in France. It's quite stylish and it's in nice condition. And with it, you get this irises vase. Irises, all the fashion at Chelsea at the moment. So there we go.
Yes.
That's lot 466.
I was rather liking the expressions on these horses. That's very
Expressions of horses, yes. Chinese. These are enamelled.
It's a lovely blue, that.
It is quite pleasing, isn't it?
yes.
I'm not sure. I suspect these are early 20th century at best, lot 465. But yeah, interesting expressions. Good teeth.
Yes.
Having a look at the paintings.
Yeah.
Just a reasonable selection
Cockles.
running throughout. There's a
more
curiosity.
Yes.
Lot 474. Looks a bit like Moser glass to me, but I suspect there may have once been some sort of fitted lid that went on top. Maybe not. I mean, it's gilt round the rim,
Yes.
which doesn't necessarily suggest something sat on it, but rather quirky. That
That's fun, isn't it?
474.
Yeah.
There's a lady here waiting. Lot 478. It looks like she's got some ivory going on.
Oh.
So we will have got the ivory certificate for that. As long as the ivory is less than 10% of the whole and pre 1947, then one can get a permit for it. It's signed by Marquet. Yeah, not the most fashionable of items, but she's quite nice
Pottery,
looking.
is that
Quite a bit
pool?
of pool scattered
Yeah.
around, isn't there? Yeah, this is lot 480. And I've seen other pools throughout the sale, so it
have
looks
you?
like we've got a collection. And the classic sort of bluebird pattern.
Right.
We've got a big label under there. It says it's bluebird pattern. 1925 to 1934. Decorated by Marion Heath. And with it, you've got a stand and another vase and what have you. Quite
Yes.
pleasing colours, aren't
Yes,
they?
they are nice.
Nice big Buddha here.
Yes.
With unusual sort of red painted details. Lot 422. Good solid lump that. Dan
Yes.
will have looked at that.
That's a good photo. whoever
Yes,
made
there's
it.
another one. That is of Thomas Carlyle by Julia Margaret Cameron, fairly major name, lot 696. This is fun, nothing overly special or sensational about it, but I just liked it. It's a dirigible, it's an early
Yes.
RAF example, lot 697, quite nicely painted, signed. I couldn't find the artist. I suspect he was an airman or an officer or something like that. Lots of inscription on the back about it and when it was in service and all that sort of
1915.
thing.
Gosh, yeah.
Top speed 60 kilometres an hour apparently.
Gosh.
So
that's
there we go. That's
impressive.
kind of fun,
Yes.
isn't it? Down below here, great lot of cars. Lot 482 is a real good mixture here. Someone's collection in their own display case. Mostly Dinky and Corgi from memory. So there's a Dinky Toys Austin lorry. Next to it, you've got an MGA of more recent. That's made by Lado. So Lado's a more recent make, but the majority are sort of golden era vehicles and toys. Bristol 450 there, rather nice. You've got the racing cars. Then you've got some. Here's another Bristol. That's a cool car. Bristol 406. Made by Spot On, and Spot On were made better quality than Dinky and Corgi, I would say. Got their suspension, quite a rare motor car. That probably reasonably rare as a toy, but one can never sort of necessarily correlate rarity of the vehicle portrayed with the actual rarity of the real vehicle, because some things proved very popular. There's another example. There's a Jensen. By Spot On again. So this is a real meaty lot. I'd expect that to do quite well.
Right.
I don't know if there are any rarities in there or not, but it'll be well looked over. Carrying on then, what else can we find for you? How about, would you like a huge collection of Hummel?
I know, I really wouldn't.
Damn,
I'm
and
sure
your
someone
birthday is
would.
coming so soon. Lot 494, there we go, you even get the book.
Gosh.
So I remember when these were really quite popular. They used to make £40–50 each, some of the larger ones. I remember my grandmother had some of these as well, but anyway, there we are. Hummel, an extensive collection of all the little people there with the two reference works.
Yeah.
There's a racing pitch in painting there, which is a bit different. Lord Bob's, about 1909. Looks like they've got a military jacket here, albeit rather a bit small, even for those days.
Gosh.
Modest proportions, with a dress sword. So as ever, a complete assortment of wonders and curiosities. Would you like to go and have a poke about behind the counter?
Yes, please.
So, poking about behind the counter, lot 576. Look at that. Japanese Meiji period, gold and silver overlaid bronze. It's a buckle.
Oh, is it?
But just nice,
Very
lovely quality,
Yes.
isn't it? Nice thing.
Yes.
That's hidden in amongst all the other sort of curiosities and treasures. We've got some collector's coins down there. There's some wine labels. There's a collection of sort of match-related things. What is this? This is a French 3-cent bill. Various French banknotes there. But it looks like we've got 2 or 3 lots of those. Then up on the shelves, as always, various Chinese bits and pieces. Kind of interesting little bronze vase and cover there. That is lot number 537. Oh, that catches my eye. 534.
It's pretty.
It's sort of pretending to be Republic period, I think, but it's not. I think it's later, but it's a very pleasing planter. Got a bit of a crack, got some age, so it has got some age to it. Apparently, I think it would have had a stand, but there we go. 534.
Very nice.
A few
Nice
glasses. Nice owl. That's going to be Lalique, isn't it?
Hooty.
Yeah, it's there we are. It's modern-ish Lalique, nice in
Still
the
nice.
amber glass colour.
Yeah.
Yep, 539 is your Lalique
Lily.
owl. Further Lalique showing here these bibelot 545
Yes.
with the partridge and the
Fun.
pheasant.
That's a
then-
very pleasing glass to me.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yes.
So 544. We've had a nice run of glasses coming up in the
There's
sales.
something about that, the detail.
Yep, so this one says facet stem, but it's chipped. It was £25 when it was bought. But yeah, this is this faceted stem and this height and everything. It's probably a sort of 1750 or thereabouts. And it comes with another plainer chipped glass as well. There's a whole host of beads and
Yes.
costume jewellery lots to
I like these. These are
enjoy.
nice.
Yeah, they're pleasing, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're quite
the
chunky, aren't
combination
they? They have
is wonderful. The
they
red
have
and
good weight. Is this all one necklace?
the... Gosh, is it really?
It is all one necklace. Look at that.
That is something.
Grief, look at that. Remarkable. Yeah, that's quite something. So that is got 554.
I think that's
it's
rather
got the
fun.
sort of Tibetan feel about it in that it's turquoise and what have you. Yeah, there we go. That is great fun, isn't it?
Yes.
I agree. I think that's an enjoyable thing.
Yes.
And no doubt there are all sorts of other enjoyable things down lurking. You know,
Are
you
these
get
marbles?
no, they're
No, they're
drills,
beads.
so
Oh,
they're
they are
beads.
beads, yeah.
And you know, look at that. You think, oh, there's going to be a nice pistol in that, or a surgeon's set. But no, it's not. It's a random lot of costume jewellery, and you know, you get some nice old seals, fob seals, and a little bit of gold, and some beads, and a gilt chain, and even get an eyeglass to look at it all with. So how convenient is that? It's like 1936.
Great fun.
Down behind the silver, what's Roger been up to? Yeah, a good quantity coming in. You know, there's a nice clean 3-piece tea set, lot 1801. If that's your thing.
I
There's
like the little flask in the box.
this box. Up.
There.
Okay, here. So let's dig into this lot then. This is lot 1807. You get a mixture of foreign silver. So this looks to me to be probably Indian, and it is, as you say, a little pocket flask, apparently unmarked. It's what we call white metal, meaning it's not English hallmarked, but it probably is silver.
Right.
You get some probably Middle Eastern
They're very decorative.
filigree tongs. You get an Indian locket without a suspension loop, which is odd. It perhaps went astray. A dinky little spoon, salt spoon or similar, that is possibly not even white metal and looks continental. Then this is very clearly Chinese, and it is marked up, I'm reading it upside down, with the Chinese maker's mark, which looks like Ling Long or something like that. So that's a nail buffer box, and you would have had the pad inside here to buff your nails, I believe. Nicely done with the dragons and what have you, so that's quite a nice little thing on its own. There's a snuff spoon.
Oh, that's great fun.
And then last but not least is what looks to be Japanese Vesta case in
That's actually
it's
rather
stamped
nice
silver,
gloss,
but
isn't it?
so yeah, it's all it's a bit of a mishmash. It's that thing that if you break them down and sell them all individually, with the possible exception of the Chinese piece, it's not really worth breaking them down.
No.
But equally, so they're slightly odd bedfellows, as my old employer used to say, Mr. Perry. But that such is what they are.
Yes.
A few more nice bits of antique silver by the looks of things. This is lot 1830. It's an early...
Old.
Yes, it is, isn't it? It's Britannia standard. Britannia standard being a higher standard of silver than the usual quantity of silver. And it's marked up. I'm sure Rogers has deduced those marks. It's got a coat of arms that might well be period.
Yeah.
Further on from it, not as old, but nice and solid and sort of presentable pair of fairly modern silver wine coasters. I do like to mention wine coasters. Now we could play What's in the Box. Look at that. What's in the box?
Well, I hope it's something good because the box is lovely.
Lot 1840. Let's have a look. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there we go. So, okay, this is a travelling communion set. So you get a very complete one. And often you just get the pattern and the chalice and sometimes these flasks for the wine. Monogrammed, but here you've got the works. Let's have a look, see if we can find some clear dates. It's around about 1900 in date, so fairly late. You even get the I don't know the correct terminology for it, but the textile with it.
Yes.
So complete set there. And it's retailed by Whitehead of Chichester, no less.
Very smart.
So there we go. So that's satisfied our curiosity as to what's in the box.
Yes.
What would you like to look at next? Some silver jewellery? We done silver? Jewellery?
Yes, I wouldn't mind having a look at some jewellery, please.
Let's look at some. Okay, so nice lot of jewellery again. 2 display cases full of it. Lots and lots of rings of all sorts and descriptions. But let's try and pick out something a bit more unusual. How about figural jewellery? So jewellery modelled as. How about there's a pheasant in with another little bar brooch, lot 1416. Pretty things in cases, very delicate necklace there.
That's gorgeous.
Lot 1924.
So necklace and what? Brooch? Is that a little brooch?
Yes, that's a little brooch.
Gosh, that's pretty.
Yeah, in a Vickery display case, which looks like it could well be the original one, which is rather nice.
That's a lovely thing.
Heading back towards you, unless there's something that you want me to pick up on. Lots of nice bits. So here's another bug. He's wrapped up with
he's a nice
string,
bug.
but he's a nice
bee.
little. Well, he's a buzzy bee. He's a red bee fly thing. He's got 1957. He's a brooch. That's for sure.
Okay.
He's a brooch. I guess he has got a loop. You could wear him as a pendant. Might be a bit scratchy though, with those little pointy little feet.
Nice. Very nice.
So he's rather sweet. Then, if bees aren't your things, but you're still in the garden, how about a ladybug? In Mappin and Webb box, I don't know if that has any relation to it. Lot 1988, nicely enamelled, little diamond set eyes.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, okay, that's quite sweet.
Yes.
Still on the theme of bugs. Lot. What's that saying? I think it says 1994, and there's a butterfly.
They are nice, aren't they?
They're quite fun, and you can almost sort of collect these and put them in a cabinet.
Those are brooches, aren't they?
Those are brooches.
Yes.
If you want something bigger from the garden, how about a bunny rabbit? A diamond set bunny rabbit brooch with a diamond set tail, no less. Cabochon ruby eye. It's heavy. There's a good solid amount of gold in there.
That's pretty.
Hallmark down the base.
I think brooches are becoming
1996.
Oh, go on, show that ring in a minute.
How about a leaping deer then?
I've got plenty of
Get the
those at
dog
home.
going, wouldn't it? 1991. Again, good heavy, sort of matted or frosted gold gem set eye. Again, it's a brooch. So yes, lots of sort of animal type jewelry. A lovely lot of other stuff. You know, look, just sort of randomly. Let's describe that. That's lot 1973.
That's sweet.
Period ring. Insofar, I mean, it's sort of 1920s, 30s by the looks of things.
Isn't that pretty?
It's pretty, isn't it? It's not perfect, but it's really nice.
What's 1955?
Okay, that's a Scottish hardstone brooch.
Yes.
We've looked at some of these in the past.
We
This
have,
one
I
is
didn't
modelled
recognise
nicely as a dirk,
Yes.
with all the hardstone set and the additional tools within it. It's silver mounted. There's possibly a small repair there. It might be in the making of it, but there we go. Not a bad example.
very nice.
Quite a good size.
Now, do show your the ring that I.
Okay, so
It's such an
yep,
eye-catcher.
gentleman in Worthing who had this made by a friend for him. Got 1998. It's white metal because it's not hallmarked, but it was made in silver, and there we go. That's quite distinctive. With the emerald
really
eyes,
big, isn't it?
it's really big. Yeah, it would fit. You know.
Ooh, and hurt.
There we go. Yes. So I would think something
Something
for
for
everyone,
everyone.
in the jewellery.
Yes.
As always, we do aim to please.
Yeah, there's some really nice
So
stuff.
there we go. That's the sort of smalls and the jewellery and the pictures. Whole lot of stuff to look at. We'll just have a quick poke about in the warehouse. Here we are in the warehouse, and Paul says it's a particularly good lot this time, which is nice to hear because it isn't always. Lot 1004, how about a Roman Emperor bust of, again talking about modern things, this was almost certainly made in China, possibly Spain, but probably China, but nevertheless nicely carved out, stick it in the garden, let it weather up. It's on a nice painted wooden pedestal, and you know, it's got the right look. Terracotta pots.
Yes, lots of garden.
Here's a superior terracotta pot. This is Compton Pottery, lot 1007. And
Pretty.
yeah, nicely made. That'll be popular. Over this side, another one. I suspect this is Compton 1102, but it's got a lot of frost damage, so that's not going to be quite so desirable. Here's a nice big urn on pedestal, 1008. Got some nice weathering to it.
Yes.
Reconstituted stone. Here's a nice Jaguar Mark II bonnet because, you know, why not? We have everything else in this cell. 1167. We sold an E-type bonnet very well a while ago, about £1,000, I think. So get your Mark II bonnets here with the Jaguar. Hang it on the wall. It's an artwork.
Yes.
Trust me.
Exactly.
Then let's go down here. If we can get past this. Strength of the man. Past the armchair. Have we finally got this in the cell? We have. 1009. I think
The
it was
handles are great fun on that.
Yeah, we were waiting for some shells or something. Look, nicely carved across the top. A grasshopper motif and clover and what have you. Continental, bit dark, bit
is dark.
treacly brown, but will clean up to good effect. There's a nice decorative appeal to it.
Oh, this is fun because it goes in.
Yes, I'm glad
also-
you think it's fun.
Well,
We'll have it delivered, madam, to you.
Well, do you know, it almost looks like it's been dented.
Well,
It's just so odd,
yes,
to be honest.
It's foreign. It's probably German, maybe South German, North Italian. It's reoffered lot 1010. We'd be very pleased if anyone would like to come and buy it because these things are quite hard to shift at
Yes,
the moment.
yeah.
Talking of which,
Goodness
look at this.
me, that's
whopping great
huge.
bookcase here, lot 1040. I mean, there's loads of it. It's fabulous. Very dark oak, I'm afraid.
I'm going
but
back to show how tall it is in comparison to you.
Yes. It's
Crikey.
It's about 8.5 feet, I'd say. We will measure it, hopefully correctly. Lot 1040, leaded central door, adjustable side shelves, and they're nicely carved throughout. Not everybody's cup of tea, but it's a lot of bookcase for your money.
It is,
It's
isn't it?
quite a thing.
Yes.
More bookcases here in the sort of Globe Vernica manner. Wine racks, I'm seeing lots of wine racks.
Yes, loads.
We've got some beds, we've got some gilt mirrors, we have bow front corner cupboards as ever. A cushion frame wall mirror, these have been going reasonably well. It's got a label that says it was sold on the 9th of the 5th, so it looks like it has gone already. You've missed that one, but if it's yours, please come and collect it. Then which side? Should we go the far side? Stay with the far side.
Yes.
Blooming great sofa here.
Yes,
lot
it's really
1071,
wide,
Chesterfield
deep.
type. So big it needs 3 feet at the front.
Yeah.
Ready and ripe for reupholstery. 1131, two of these copper, now used as sort of planters or jardinières. Holes have been knocked through the base of both of them. 1131, a little bit battered, but they'll work fine in the garden. Quite a nice little bookcase here. 1138. Let's have a look at this. Rosewood. Nice quality brass gallery. Brass stringing around the top. Various sort of ormolu inlays to the front. It feels slightly hybrid in terms of, these look rather continental. The method of the shelf support, we've got fixed shelves. They sort of wobble a bit, but they're fixed in place. But nice quality thing, nice size, and you know, keep your eye on 1138. Might
Yep.
do better than expected. Dragging on backwards, Lots of nice chest of drawers of various types of ages.
Huge lamps.
Huge lumps, yes.
Lamps.
It is
Lumpy lamps.
Big lamps there, 1143, painted carved wood, sort of altar stick type. Another big old dresser here, 1145. This is a re-offer. It's very quirky in its design.
It is.
But therefore
Again.
it will be different, which is always
Yeah.
different, is usually good. A nice mid-century rosewood occasional table, sort of in this sort of archy shine manner. Then podoniums, should you require 2 podoniums, you come to the right place. Yes, not many people do these days, unfortunately, but yeah. That's quite a nice little French
It's
dresser
fun, isn't
still.
it? Yes.
Nicely done, nicely carved. 1118, cane to the back, bit of old wear, but this lovely sort of laurel leaf carving around the top of the frame and a little concave front. So yeah, pleasing thing that.
Yes.
Just needs a bit of upholstery perhaps. We've got some more modernist chairs. There's a red painted child's chair that will convert into sort of low chair as well. We've got Edwardian hall stands, Victorian wardrobes, and last but not least, and hidden behind this item that's not in the sale, we have lot 1162, which on the face of it doesn't look over exciting, does it?
No.
It's a pine 5-drawer chest, but go round the
Drum
back.
roll.
Drum roll. Go round the back.
Follow
Keep
me.
going round the back.
Yes.
And it's stamped VR 1866, Windsor Castle no less. Room 491, which I think we can surmise room 491 was not one of the prime
Maybe staff.
bedrooms, but there we go. Nevertheless, it came out of Windsor Castle, honest to God. And finally, but last and not quite least, lots of garden furniture.
We've expanded into
So,
the car park.
We're all over the car park, running all the way around there. There's all sorts of different garden furniture, from chimney pots to bird baths and figures and metal chairs and teak chairs and rattan chairs. And then over this way, there's more of it there. There's one of these sort of love city bench jobs. There's wrought wire work, plant stands. Stick this around your oak tree.
Yes, that's
Lot
smart, isn't it?
1206,
Very smart.
nice teak example. There's a well head here, lot 1207, with some extras attached to it, and more.
Yes.
So a great lot of garden stuff. Chelsea Flower Show is finished, so come to the Gorringes
With all your
non-flower
inspiration,
show,
yes.
the weed show. We've got buddleia pretty well everywhere down here.
Yeah.
It'll be flowering soon. I brought it on for our sale. So yes, come along and see our garden stuff and all the other stuff we've got in the sale, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.